Texas.
I declare a state of war.
Welcome to NXT Takeover War Games. A hard-hitting affair to kick off NXT Takeover War Games. And there's the freak accident. Sullivan vanquishes Cassius Ohno.
Don't quit on me now tonight.
Rising from the shadows, Alistair Black.
You're poison my mind tonight.
Alistair Black. Say my name.
Enjoy infamy, Velveteen Dream.
And don't dance, kids.
Who is ready to replace Asuka as NXT Women's Champion? Every moment the eclipse!
We have a new champ!
Ember Moon has become NXT Women's Champion!
I wanna see you.
The NXT Championship reign of Drew McIntyre could be in peril!
You are looking at the next NXT champion.
Don't quit on me now tonight.
The Claymore just turned almost inside out! Of Zelina Vega! Andrade Cien Almas is the new NXT champion!
I declare a state of war.
3 teams, 2 rings, and 1 unforgiving cage! Oh my God! Adam Cole has done it!
What does this mean for the future of NXT?
The Undisputed Era, a definite shock to the system. On the heels of a memorable Takeover War Games, we welcome you to NXT Takeover Aftermath.
And speaking of aftermath, later on we are going to take a look at the incredible battle inside the walls of the first War Games match in nearly 20 years. 3 teams would walk in, but would never be the same again.
And in this week's main event, we'll see the WWE United Kingdom champion, the Bruiserweight, Pete Dunne, defend his championship against NXT's heart and soul, Johnny Gargano. But now, we kick things off with what promises to be a spirited affair in the NXT Women's Division.
The following contest is a women's division match scheduled for 1 fall. Introducing first, from Lafayette, Indiana, Ruby Riot!
Ruby Riot with some unfinished business here against Sonya Deville. It was Sonya Deville who, in part, kept her from advancing to the Fatal 4-Way for the vacant NXT Women's Championship last weekend.
Ruby received a whole new opportunity last night when she made her WWE SmackDown Live debut by interrupting former SmackDown Women's Champion Naomi. Ruby, along with NXT's Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan, decimated Naomi and then attacked Becky Lynch. Later on, they would take the fight to the Women's Champion herself. These women meant business and are out to make a name for themselves. However, Ruby hasn't forgotten about Sonya Deville and their score that needs to be settled.
And her opponent, from Chemung, New Jersey, Sonya Deville.
The Jersey Devil, Sonya Deville, who had Ruby Riot in a vicious ankle lock in that triple threat match that was held as a qualifier for the Fatal 4-Way. And Deville said she is going to finish what she started. She will make Ruby Riot tap tonight.
It was this past Monday night when Sonya Deville would make her shocking debut on Monday Night Raw, along with Mandy Rose and the returning WWE superstar Paige, during a Fatal 4-Way match to determine Alexa Bliss's next challenger for the Raw Women's Championship. They would first lay waste to Mickie James, Sasha Banks and Bayley, and then later on backstage take the fight to the Raw Women's Champion herself. A statement has been made and the entire Raw Women's division has been put on notice. But tonight, Sonya still has some unfinished business here at NXT.
So this should be a hard-hitting affair. No love lost between the Jersey Devil and the Punk Rock Princess. Collar and elbow tie-up to get things started. And Deville, well schooled in mixed martial arts, a proficient striker. What is Ruby Riot's best attribute, Nigel?
I think plucky determination, really. I mean, the whole journey that she's taken to get to NXT, she's really had to stand on her own 2 feet.
And speaking of that, her speed, and she is extremely light on her feet. She's very mobile.
A unique charisma. Attack to Ruby Riot.
See how quickly there, that single dive down, waistlock takedown.
Nice scramble, beautiful reversals here between Riot and Deville, each trying to get dominant position.
Deville has it now, a simple waistlock from behind. Riot's got to be careful for the strikes, though. That's the danger of Deville.
Gonna roll and they...
Oh, watch out!
Wait.
Oh, there's...
Oh.
Smart.
Deville looking for the ankle, the sweep by Riot. She gets a 1 count.
And for the second time there, trying to sweep away that ankle.
That's that quickness I was talking about in regards to Ruby Riot.
Physical game of human chess as Deville now gets put in the corner by Ruby Riot. Riot with a series of shoulders into the midsection of Deville, driving the air out of her lungs.
Nice arm drag, yep.
Series of deep arm drags by Ruby Riot, who now attacks the lower limbs.
I think that's a mistake, though. Of the two, Deville's the better striker. She might find that out.
Go behind by Riot, waistlock.
Oh, got it. She was trying for that earlier.
Takes out Riot, and the back press garners a 2 count. Will Ruby Riot be able to overcome this latest adversity?
Be next, be NXT, be different, be weird, be huggers, be fireflies, be mohawks, be beards. Like no one, like nothing, like whatever, like this. Like Asuka, like Charlotte, like Becky, like Bliss. No tap outs, no count outs, no 3 counts, no friends. No stop it, no nostalgia, no now with no then. 1 shot in, 1 million, 1 verse all, 1 team. 1 Finn, 1 Balor, 1 demon, 1 king. Be hated, be vacant, be R-A-Y. Like Jimmy, like Jay, like even this guy. Be heard, be seen, like Dolph, like Dean. No guts, no glory, 1 shot, 1 story. Be you, like now, no time, 1 run. Be like no one. Available now. Rated T for teen.
2, and Sonya Deville continues to target that injured right leg of Ruby Riot.
Really has pressed her advantage, sweeping out that injured ankle, and now strikes as well. She knows she has the advantage.
This hard-hitting female contest coming to you from the home of Takeover War Games.
Oh, here we go.
The 2 rings, a roll-up by Ruby Riot. Spine buster by Deville. Quickly goes for the cover, hooks the leg, the back press, and Riot's able to escape. But she continues to nurse that right ankle, it appears.
Full mount, throwing in those strikes. Riot has to keep her arms up, protect the chin.
Deville has educated hands. Tries to go for the pinning attempt. The shoulders were down, but just momentarily for Ruby Riot.
Oh my goodness.
Roundhouse kick right to the midsection. Sonya Deville looking to vanquish Riot here.
See Riot there again, grabbing at that ankle, almost telegraphing it for Deville. Oh!
All that pressure on that ankle there. Oh, man.
A lot of torque on the cruciate ligaments of the knee.
Sonya Deville's got a point to prove. She's blamed Ruby Riot and blames her for losing out in that match in that triple threat qualifying. She believed that Ruby would have just tapped in one and had her place in a fatal 4-way.
Riot's got to push that foot away from her, take off the pressure.
Nice reversal by Ruby Riot, buying some time to try to recover.
She needs more time though, Morrow. Not enough. There's a lot of damage done to that ankle. Did she come back too early, perhaps?
Enjoyed more elbow there, courtesy of Riot, and Riot lands hard on that right foot. Deville trying to exploit the situation, but man, you have to give it up for Ruby Riot. How courageous, how much does she have? Oh!
Wasn't pretty, but it got the job done. But again, too much damage done to that ankle for her to follow up.
Even with the damage done to that ankle, she's got to find a way to capitalize right here.
Win, lose, or draw, Riot needs to end this match as soon as possible.
Riot able to stop the momentum of the scrappy and relentless Sonya Deville.
I mean, that's something to know. It was Riot who hit the offensive move, and instead it's Deville who's back to her feet first.
Serrated knife-edge chop by Ruby Riot, lighting up the chest of Sonya Deville, completes the hat trick. And Ruby Riot beginning to pick up steam.
Electing to strike against one of the best strikers in the female division.
STO by Riot. Riot using one leg to springboard into the senton.
Well, that was clever.
And Deville still kicks out the industrious, resourceful Ruby Riot, having to adapt on the fly, able to almost pin Sonya Deville with one flat tire. Oh! And in midair, Deville able to change her weight. The trajectory, there's a Shining Wizard by Deville, full mount.
Triangle armbar.
Oh, this is bad right here.
Will Deville get Riot to tap to the triangle armbar?
Look, she's trying to take the coward's way out again.
That's not the coward's way out, Nigel. It's well within the rules, drop toe hold.
Oh, but she changed the hold because she knew she was close to the ropes. Ankle lock, and look how far Ruby Riot has to go.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner, Sonya Deville looking for the submission.
This is not where Ruby wants to be right here.
Leg grapevine as well.
That bottom rope might as well be in another state for Ruby Riot.
My goodness.
She should tap out now. Save your ankle,
And
sweetheart.
yet somehow, some way, Ruby Riot has made it.
Ruby's resilient, man. She ain't trying to give up.
The referee forces the break.
Oh, Deville is furious.
Well, she had until the count of 5 to break the hold.
Got it!
Oh!
Cyclone roundhouse and Riot with the back press. She's able to get Sonya Deville. What a win!
Ruby Riot.
Out of nowhere. That's what I'm talking about.
From the depths of defeat. Ruby Riot able to rise and prevail over Sonya Deville. What a match!
Well, this is how the match went down. You'd have to say Deville took the lion's share of the action going down. Here she has the ankle up with the leg grapevine. Somehow Deville couldn't get the tap. And the match would continue, but here, as you said, Percy, out of nowhere, that Pele kick upside the jaw was just enough to get the victory.
So the wind-up overhead kick winds up giving Ruby Riot a very satisfying victory over Sonya Deville.
Ruby Riot may be satisfied tonight, but it was the Velveteen Dream who was looking for the satisfaction of getting Aleister Black to say his name at Takeover War Games.
It was the dark versus the light this past weekend when the sinister Aleister Black would take on the enigmatic Velveteen Dream. Now, this match was deeply personal, as Dream had been a nightmare for Black in the preceding weeks, trying to get his attention to get the Dutch Destroyer to say his name. Now, these two NXT superstars would go shot for shot, each one of them trying to outdo the other to gain the psychological edge. But in the end, it was a slight misstep by Dream that would allow Black to hit the patented Black Mass, and this Dream would fade to black, but not before the Dutchman would give Dream the attention he was looking for.
Enjoy infamy, Velveteen Dream.
Well, to be honest, I don't think that was the type of attention that Dream was looking for. This past weekend at War Games, we also saw a battle of the heavy hitters when NXT's resident knockout artist, Cassius Ohno, took on the juggernaut, Lars Sullivan.
Sullivan has been unstoppable since his NXT debut. Now, to this point, no one had been able to have any effect on him whatsoever, and Ohno was looking to be the first man to put up a fight. Well, these two behemoths wouldn't waste any time in attacking one another. Ohno looking to continue his hot streak and prove that he deserved to be in the NXT Championship picture, while Lars was looking to yet again prove his dominance over the NXT locker room. In the end, even the knockout artist wouldn't be able to overcome the brute strength of the Leviathan. And with the freak accident and a 3 count, Sullivan would remain undefeated in singles competition, and he would waste no time in making his intentions known.
Lars Sullivan, a victory for you here tonight against Cassius Ohno. How do you feel? Lars, how do you feel after your victory?
Yeah, I feel pretty good considering he just kicked me in the face about 50 times. All right, but I took it. I took it like a man, didn't I? You know, I told everybody from day one when I stepped in the Performance Center and NXT that I was going to be the man to mess with around here, that I was going to be the man to step through. And tonight, it was only the beginning. Tonight was my first takeover. Tonight was my first big test, and I persevered and I dominated unequivocally, emphatically, and categorically. And I want to send a message to the rest of the NXT locker room that if they want to step in Lars Sullivan's way, that they too will be destroyed by my hands only.
No one can deny the dominance of Sullivan, but just the same, you can't deny the heart of this man, Johnny Gargano, who has been looking to get back on the winning track ever since he was betrayed by his former friend and tag team partner, Tommaso Ciampa. The biggest opportunity of Johnny Wrestling's career takes place later tonight when he challenges Pete Dunne for the WWE United Kingdom Championship.
But before the main event, we're going to take a look at the Fatal 4-Way match at NXT TakeOver War Games for the vacant NXT Women's Championship. The four superstars, Kairi Sane, Peyton Royce, Nikki Cross, and Ember Moon, all had their eyes on leaving Houston with the championship. And we'll take a look at how the stars would align for the new face of the NXT Women's Division.
And we will also look at the deeply personal and vicious match between Drew McIntyre and Andrade Cien Almas. It was an all-out battle for supremacy, and when we return, we will look at how Andrade dethroned McIntyre to become our new NXT champion.
My days at WWE didn't end in storybook fashion. I never envisioned that I would be stepping back in the ring. It's so much pressure. This might be my last shot. I need to look at my wife and my son and see that they're proud of me. You know, you question yourself at this stage of my life, my ability to pull this off.
He put the pressure on himself. Every second it was going to be perfect.
We wanted to see Goldberg back in the ring.
This last time was different. The desire to see his son and his wife to see him in the ring. It was a different Goldberg.
For the one time in my career, this ain't about me.
Tonight, NXT is powered by new Tap Out men's body sprays. Available now in the fragrance aisle at Walmart. Welcome back. We still have got a lot to cover tonight after the exciting events of TakeOver War Games. Wouldn't you agree, Morrow?
Man, can't believe what happened last Saturday at TakeOver War Games. We finally found out who was ready to fill the big shoes of Asuka.
Absolutely incredible.
A lot of hostilities got resolved that night, I'm telling you.
Here's what went down in the Fatal 4-Way to determine a new NXT Women's Champion. The NXT Women's Championship became vacant when it was relinquished by the legendary Asuka. And after a series of qualifying matches, it was down to the final four competitors who would fight it out to become the next NXT Women's Champion. Now, these women would not waste any time or hold anything back as they competed for the title. The contest was full of exciting moments, and at one time or another, it would seem as each superstar would capture the victory. But in the end, Ember Moon would hit a devastating eclipse and fulfill her destiny, becoming the new face of the NXT Women's Division. We caught up with Moon moments after her incredible victory in her native Texas.
Ember, oh my gosh. I know there's so many emotions going through you right now. Congratulations. You just became the new NXT Women's Champion. Look, I've been around you at the Performance Center. You train, you grind, you work harder than I've ever seen anyone work, and it's all paid off here right now at TakeOver War Games. What is going on right now in your head?
This is a dream come true for me. This is like all the hard work I put in over the years through the independent scene, even here at the Performance Center and NXT around the world, is finally paid off, because now I can call myself the NXT Women's Champion. This is only the beginning for me.
And with that, now as the NXT Women's Champion, how do you plan to move forward with your reign?
I'm going to keep doing the same thing that I always do, because I guarantee you that now I have this title around my waist, it's going to be a lot harder to get it off of it. This is my fire, this is my passion, and I'm going to continue to do what I do day in and day out.
Congratulations, Ember. Well deserved. We look forward to seeing your reign as the new NXT Women's Champion.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Congratulations to our new NXT Women's Champion, Ember Moon. If that wasn't enough excitement, she was only the first new champion of the night. Let's take a look back now at how Andrade Cien Almas dethroned Drew McIntyre to become the new NXT champion.
Well, ever since he won the championship at TakeOver Brooklyn 3, Drew McIntyre declared himself a fighting champion. And that if any NXT superstar wanted a title opportunity, hey, all he had to do was ask. And with that, Zelina Vega issued the challenge on behalf of Andrade Cien Almas. After multiple sneak attacks and underhanded comments, this rivalry became personal. These two superstars with no bounds battled for the right to be called NXT champion. The match would go back and forth, and at multiple times, Almas' business associate, Vega, would interject herself into the match. But McIntyre, he wouldn't quit. Andrade took advantage of a split-second opportunity and hit a hammerlock DDT off of the top rope for the pinfall, and El Idolo became the new NXT champion. We were able to catch up with a dejected McIntyre after the match.
Drew McIntyre, tough night for you here. You did lose your NXT championship to Andrade Cien Almas, but toward the end of the match, we saw you grabbing your left arm like you were in pain. What's the prognosis?
Honestly, don't know. I felt something go in my arm and my bicep, elbow area. From experience, know it's probably not good, but I won't know anything official until I talk to the doctor. I won't make any excuses. It was a heck of a match tonight. And if it doesn't turn out the way I hope it does, you know, you're only as good as your last match, but no matter what happens, I'm coming back and I'm coming for, you know, my NXT title. I've got unfinished business there, but right now I just got to deal with this. Thank you.
We wish you the best, Drew.
Now, at this time, we do not know the extent of the former champion's injury, but we can only hope for a speedy recovery and that we will keep you up to date with any news on Drew McIntyre's condition. It's hard to believe that it gets any more brutal than that, but when we return, we will bring you back to the most violent match of the night, the first ever NXT War Games. 3 teams would go to war, and no one would ever be the same again.
It started as a whisper until you screamed it at the top of your lungs, made us unstoppable, made it a revolution. We are NXT!
Every word he says, you believe.
She stole the show every time.
Nobody carried the ball more than him for longer than him.
That women's division, man, legit badasses.
Perhaps the greatest signing in NXT history.
It's pure magic.
I don't dance 'cause I want to. I dance 'cause I need to. I'm gonna tie you in this room. Yeah, I need this more than you. I can't help but wonder.
Welcome back to NXT. We want to give a special shout out to Marmozets for their song Play. It was one of the themes for NXT TakeOver War Games. It is available on both iTunes and Spotify. While TakeOver was the centre of attention, we can't ignore the rivalry between the Street Profits and the team of Riddick Moss and Tino Sabatelli. And earlier this week, there was another encounter between the two tag teams.
What y'all celebrating? Y'all got lucky tonight, boy. What y'all talking about, man? You one man. Shut your mouth. Hey, y'all got lucky. One man. You know what? Even though you got lucky, at the end of the day, you guys are still gonna go back to your lives. Get him. We're still gonna go back to being better dressed, driving nicer cars, getting finer women. Hey, hold on. That's the It'll be different. back to our cars, women. We have money behind us. Bro, we rich. And we about to be You catch it. Yo, we don't need no music. Let's get this. Let's go. No music. No music. No music. No music.
Next week, they will finally be able to settle their differences in the ring. It will be the Sultans of Swag, the Street Profits, taking on Tino Sabatelli and Riddick Moss.
Also next week, we'll see the Pirate Princess, Kairi Sane, take on one half of the iconic duo, Peyton Royce. They may not have captured the NXT Women's Championship at Takeover War Games, but I can assure you that both Sane and Royce are looking to prove that they deserve to have the first opportunity to challenge the new champion, Ember Moon. But now it's time to take a look at what many are calling the most brutal match in NXT history. This is War Games.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to War Games!
We're just moments away from the most dangerous match in sports entertainment history being born again.
A sea of scores about to be settled in highly unsettling fashion.
The destruction returns. It's War Games.
The Kings of Chaos, Sanity are ready to get it on with the Agents of Anarchy, Undisputed Era. And the Authors of Pain and Roderick Strong. 9 NXT superstars will enter the cage. 9 souls could be stolen by the Callous Steel. Here we are. Roderick Strong, Eric Young and Adam Cole, and there's the rest of the teams in their shark cages. The match does not officially begin until all 9 superstars are in the ring. This is all about trying to simply beat each other up.
Stay alive. Do as much as you can to inflict as much damage and punishment to both of your opponents that are in the ring with you.
Final seconds before another team will enter. 2 rings surrounded by this cage.
Look what we got.
It is!
So Adam Cole's got backup in the form of Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly with the numbers advantage.
All 3 members in together, they could essentially take out Young and take out Strong completely.
Who was next? It's the Authors of Pain.
This is a game changer, and then some.
Undisputed Era trying to keep the cage door closed. Oh!
Well, this arguably is the worst thing that could happen to the Undisputed Era.
And the AOP has changed the complexion of this confrontation. Again, not an official match yet. Both rings being utilized.
Bodies laid out all over the place.
In 8 seconds, War Games officially begins. And look what Alexander Wolf has brought to the party.
Anything goes, fellas.
It's all about survival. The first team to score a pinfall or submission will win.
Oh, man.
Dane has got a couple of other toys he would like to introduce. Ask and ye shall receive. It is already chaos.
He just locked the padlock and ate the key.
Killian Dane wiping out the rest of the field here at War Games. Brutality on full display here at NXT's first ever War Games. Rivalries have come to a boil in the most painful way possible.
Adam Cole is on top, poised to strike perhaps.
Akam and Razor, Authors of Pain, are back up on their feet. Oh, Alexander Wolf
Oh, look at this!
Through the table! You don't tell me that Adam Cole is literally going to put his career in jeopardy here.
Well, there's Roderick Strong.
Both of them precariously on the top of the cage.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! A Mount Everest superplex, courtesy of Roderick Strong.
What is the strategy for any of these individuals?
Eric Young has it. Oh, and he used the chair to try to block him. Adam Cole has done it!
Friends, confidants, victorious.
Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, the last men standing.
What does this mean for the future of NXT?
A definite shock to the system.
In the record books, it will say that the Undisputed Era won the first War Games match in NXT history. But I think it will be more accurate to say that they survived the match and they would leave TakeOver forever changed. But the Undisputed Era had one last message for the NXT universe.
We told everybody. We told the world. Everyone knows this is our era, our NXT. We run this place.
The question isn't how the Undisputed Era won, but how anyone survived. But now we need to refocus on tonight, as it is nearly time for the main event. When we come back, it'll be the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne defending his WWE United Kingdom Championship against Johnny Gargano.
People see me, but they just don't know what's in my heart and why I love you so. I love you, baby, like a miner love gold. But come on, baby, let the good time roll.
Before we get back to the action, we want to give a special thanks to the Power Trip for their song Executioner's Tax, Swing of the Axe, off the album Nightmare Logic. It was one of the theme songs for NXT TakeOver War Games and is available on both iTunes and Spotify. And now it is time for our main event.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the WWE United Kingdom Championship. Introducing first, from Cleveland, Ohio, weighing 199 pounds, Johnny Gargano.
Well, this match promises to be as competitive as vying for the last piece of pie at Thanksgiving for Johnny Gargano. Yet another opportunity to get back on the winning track.
Well, Johnny Gargano, a man who doesn't eat pie, in the best shape of his career, being somewhat in a slump, looking really for a big opportunity here.
Well, it's all about competition at the highest level for Johnny Gargano, and tonight to fight for the UK title. That's huge.
You know, Sir Winston Churchill, despite being the late Prime Minister of Pete Dunne's native England, could have been describing Johnny wrestling when he wrote, "Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is courage to continue. That counts." One of the most courageous competitors in NXT.
And his opponent, from Birmingham, England, weighing 205 pounds, he is the WWE United Kingdom Champion, the Bruiserweight, Pete
Takeover Chicago, this man lived up to what a lot of the critics had said. He was the top guy on the brand, and he more than proved it. Just 23 years of age, but sinewy, ready to go.
In fact, he turned 24 just 9 days ago. I was going to say, yet to enter his physical prime, Percy.
Oh my God, this guy is tough as they come. He holds the UK title for a reason. Johnny Gargano better have his mind right tonight.
Can't believe I didn't get invited to the birthday party. Nonetheless, will this be a party for the Bruiserweights? Will that title change hands?
Bruiserweight Pete Dunne putting the WWE United Kingdom Championship up for grabs against Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Gargano. Already dueling chants here in Houston. Two technical wizards who are poetry in motion, but lucky for us, this title match should last much longer than a haiku, and it should be hard-hitting as Haku Nigel, the former WWE Tag Team Champion.
See what you did there, Mauro. This is going to be some great technique, but also speed as well, and finesse. Look at that.
Already on display from the Bruiserweight.
Keeps hold of that front face look.
And we very well could be treated to a mat classic, Percy.
Bruiserweight needs to be smart and keep Johnny Gargano grounded, because we all know once Johnny gets moving around and fired up, he's hard to stop.
Look at the torque he's putting on his neck, driving his hips forward with that grovet or front face look.
Pete Dunne started training at the age of 12, made his debut just 2 years later, so he was 14 years of age. Nice side headlock takeover, and Johnny Gargano with another side headlock takeover, but a quick reversal by Pete Dunne.
Tit for tat, 50-50. Neither man can complete the headlock takeover.
I'm anxious to see where we go from here.
Oh, what a strike by Pete Dunne! I could have shattered Gargano's jaw.
Man.
Well, vicious and dangerous Pete Dunne, but you want to know how tough he is? Look on his knee, he's got a tattoo. You know how painful that is, Mauro?
Yeah, Dunne, well, I've never had a tattoo, so I can't say I know, but it looks to be very painful, and it is extremely painful what Johnny Gargano's going through right now. Beautiful reversal by Johnny Wrestling, however. Oh. Gargano looking for the pescado, and there, Dunne eats that back kick from Gargano.
No!
Cannonball off the apron by Johnny Wrestling.
Oh, get it, Johnny.
Well, Gargano doing what he has to do. As I said, he's had a bit of a slump as of late, and now he's got to swing for the fences.
You know, we make a lot about Dunne being so young and starting so young. Gargano was just 16 when he started training.
He's thinking about throwing him in, but he's taking time with it.
Hey, wait.
He wanted to do the right thing, but now looking for the tornado DDT off the apron. It's blocked by Dunne.
No!
X-Plex!
And Pete Dunne, Johnny Gargano continue to battle for the United Kingdom title.
NXT is the next generation, and the next generation has arrived.
NXT, the future is now.
We are live at Full Sail University. Over the last year, NXT has grown into a major force. NXT is taking over.
You could be looking at some future Hall of Famers compete here tonight.
How impressive and how exciting the future of WWE is.
NXT redefined the sports entertainment landscape.
The future is now.
NXT, the future is now. Available now online or wherever books are sold.
Find what fits you at WWEshop.com.
The Bruiserweight Pete Dunne, the WWE United Kingdom champion, working on the digits of Johnny Gargano. And you know that's a high ring IQ, Nigel. He's done his homework. He knows Gargano needs his fingers to incorporate the Gargano escape grip.
That's a great call, Morrow. Thinking ahead. Bending the rules, not breaking them. Same thing can be said for his fingers.
And every move doesn't have to be big as long as it's impactful.
You know, Dunne began as a full of hope high flyer, but really morphed into a vengeful brawler who just wants success by any means. And look at this.
Adds the body scissors as well to make it even more difficult for Gargano to escape.
And Dunne like YG twisted those fingers. Oh! A counter by Gargano, the suplex into the turnbuckle.
Couldn't see from my vantage point. Look at the hand there. A lot of damage is still done. I think Dunne may land on the top of his dome. Damage done to the neck, perhaps. That's a mistake. There you go, use the good one, Johnny.
Yeah. Knife edge chops from Johnny Gargano. Pete Dunne, though, full head of steam into the corner. Oh, rolling kick by Gargano.
Jarring kick, caught him in the shoulder, but there was damage done.
Wow, Dunne showing off his athleticism and agility. On the middle, and the slingshot spear by Gargano. Do we have a new champion? No.
So close.
What a moment there. Johnny Gargano driving the air out of the lungs of Dunne.
See Johnny Gargano still trying to work the feelings back into those left fingers.
But Pete Dunne is resilient. Rolling to the outside, creating some space. Does he know this is coming?
Johnny wrestling with a tope. A tope into a DDT. Gargano blasting Pete Dunne on the floor.
But look how slow he is to follow up, fellas. He needs to get Dunne back in the ring. Cannot win that title on the outside.
Gargano rolls the WWE United Kingdom champion. Pete Dunne back into the ring. Have to beat the 10 count.
What's he thinking here?
Oh, slingshot looking for that DDT. Well schooled by Dunne, and look at the strength of Dunne. Oh, wow! Oh, Johnny Gargano kicked out.
I don't know where Johnny finds the strength to kick out of something like that.
I think he was trying for the bitter end there, but he changed in the middle to hit that X-plex suplex. That's the benefit of Dunne.
You're right, he was scouting the bitter end and ended up hitting Johnny Gargano with a move that was, that's all about the adaptability of both of these individuals. We saw Johnny Gargano with the tope suicida into the DDT, and
this
now
could be it.
This looks for the what a reversal! A spike DDT by Johnny Gargano.
What evasion from Johnny Wrestling. The champ's down.
Total head scissors in there, right into the Gargano escape.
There it is. He's got a tap.
On the cusp of crowning a new WWE United Kingdom champion, Dunne diligently trying to escape, trying to pick. What?
Wait.
The mouth guard came out there. Oh, he's biting.
Is he biting him?
He's biting at his fingers. He took that mouth guard out.
Come on.
Pete Dunne just bit down on the fingers of Johnny Gargano after expectorating his mouth guard.
You almost can't be surprised Pete doesn't do anything.
And again looking for the bitter end. This time the roll up by Gargano, shoulders down.
Oh my word.
Oh, step up enziguri by Dunne.
No.
Discus clothesline by Gargano. As good as advertised.
Both men down, the NXT universe coming alive. and slow to cover. What's he thinking?
He's going with the mouthpiece.
Well, he's noticed the mouth guard is out now.
Crowd showing its respect.
What does that mean?
Johnny Gargano has Dunne's mouthpiece in his possession, realizing, wait a minute, it's no longer in his mouth.
Get rid of that thing, man. Finish Dunne off.
Which means it can't protect him. That's to prevent.
Which means super kick Gargano on Pete Dunne.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and yet Dunne still manages to escape.
Oh, my.
Gargano was hoping that Dunne would have to count his chiclets. Instead, he was looking for that 3 count and got only a 2.99.
That is why he is the WWE United Kingdom champion. Guts and determination, a refusal to quit.
And Dunne making sure that all of his dental work is still in place.
It was a great move from Gargano.
Oh! Ferocious forearm from Dunne, and here comes Gargano now, a snap! Reeling off a series of forearms to the jaw of Pete Dunne! Short arm clothesline! Oh! Looking for the slingshot spear! And was met with the forearm! And there, Nigel, is the bitter end.
Here's your winner, and still the WWE United Kingdom champion, the Bruiserweight, Pete Dunne!
Well, what a match between these two competitors. They gave it their all. An intelligent move from Gargano. Let's take a look here. He realized there was danger. Couldn't protect his jaw. Super kick upside. Somehow, Bruiserweight kicks out. And then finally, second time was the charm for Pete Dunne. Took the advantage. This time he hits the bitter end on Johnny Wrestling. Hooks the leg and gets the 3 count.
And unfortunately, another bitter end for Johnny Gargano. But what a title defense. What a win for 24-year-old Bruiserweight and WWE United Kingdom champion,